I always wanted to be a model. I was obsessed with it. I mean, I read every fashion magazine from the time I was 12, and then I started doing little local bridal fashion shows in my hometown for about $20 a show. But I never thought I would become this. I always wanted to be a model.
Yeah, I'm really happy it's gone really well, I think. I love handbags. I've got a huge collection. I've bought, girls just like handbags, I think. I love the Ritz Club. It's like my old haunt. It's always been my favourite place to come, really. The whole world, I think, if I was to have a party anywhere here.
I always wanted to be a model.
You can't say what other people are going to think. I hope they like it.
Well, I've been with Omega for I think 14 years now, which is longer than my marriage. So really, Stephen and I joke that I am married to Omega. It's been a long and successful marriage. I think that, I started out just doing an ad campaign for them, and it just evolved into, I think they actually kind of coined the phrase ambassadorship with my relationship with them, because it wasn't just being a spokesperson, it's really being a brand ambassador, and what does that mean? And I think that at the time, Omega was so well known.
I always wanted to be a model.
Moonwatch and all these other, Seamaster or James Bond, but they didn't really have a face for the women's fashion watches, and I kind of helped bring that to light. And now I'm joined by Nicole Kidman and J.G., so I mean, it's great.
I always wanted to be a model.
I've been involved with the Constellation for years, and in this new incarnation of the great classic Constellation, this is a more modern and contemporary look at that watch. So there's, of course, the traditional elements are there, the claws, but they're a little bit heavier, they're thicker. The bracelets are thicker, so it gives it a more contemporary look. There's a little more gold on the dial. So there's, again, you'll recognize it as a Constellation, but it's the new and improved.
I always wanted to be a model. I always wanted to be a model.
I've had so many incredible events with Omega over the years. I think the most exciting one was last year, was going to the Beijing Olympics, and I was able to take my family, and not only were we able to watch Michael Phelps win 2 gold medals, I was able to take them to the Great Wall. And because Omega is such a big part of the Olympics, with the official timekeepers, we really had a lot of access, and were able to participate in so many
to be a model.
Olympics there. But I've ridden elephants in India. I went to premiere of Fantastic Mr. Fox, George Clooney's new movie, last night here in London. So there's so many really memorable events, and because Omega is truly an international company, they have a great infrastructure everywhere we go.
I always wanted to be a model. I always wanted to be a model. I always wanted to be a model. I always wanted to be a model.